Well, I guess Patrick is dead then.
Whatever.
Yeah, so, guys, what happened last time?
Last time we were getting trained at our new job, and we had to go and get some fruits for like a healing potion from this cave. And then while we were down there, we fought some goblins.
A lot of people got their heads messed up, basically. All you need to know. Okay, on to the next thing. Let's figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, so I haven't decided on any particular reason why necessarily. Sam, you can just kind of like internalize that for yourself, why you might have stayed behind at the shop for a little bit.
Okay.
You know, Hista was being shown some parts of your job that are going to take place at the shop, and they just sent everyone else ahead and said, oh, you can catch up. We just want to show you these last couple of things. It's probably something to do with the fact that you're the only one with like arcane magic powers in the group.
Gotcha. Okay.
Who the fuck knows what? But it's a pretty simple trip to get to this cave that everybody else is at, where they are being trained by your assistant manager Devin, who is a very surly half elf.
Excellent.
Everybody else, you guys have just witnessed Devin's head getting crushed by kind of like a pickaxe device. Thrown by a big fella who looks like a dwarf, except his skin is kind of like this ashy gray color, and he's got like a big white beard and just blank white eyes. And they don't seem too happy to see you.
Can you remind me how many other folks are in this cave room besides us right now?
So besides you guys, there were some goblins that you had kind of tussled with a little bit. But now that these dwarf figures have showed up, the goblins have pretty much turned tail. So it's really just the five of you and the two dwarf-looking fellas. Devin is not moving on the ground whatsoever. You assume he's dead, but you can check for sure if you would like to. And Wormsbane, the talking flying sword, is rattling around in his scabbard, but cannot seem to actually get out of it.
Someone should probably pick that up, right? I vote Emily.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Okay, you pick up Wormsbane, and you can hear him talking once you do. And he's like, oh god, no, I'm stuck in this thing.
It's okay. I'll do my best to keep you safe.
Listen, I really want to help with this fight, but I can't seem to get out.
That's all right. We'll figure this out once we're out of this mess.
Is
Devin dead?
I'm not sure.
Actually, since we brought up Devin, can I use one of my spells to bring him back to life, possibly?
What are the spells that you have?
Well, I have Scare the Dying, which seems like it's probably promising by its name. And then I have Cure Wounds, which I feel like that might be far-fetched. It's a little bit more pretty wounded. Pretty wounded at this point.
It's a little bit late for that, and it's probably too late for Spare the Dying too. The way that has worked in the past, you have used that, is that someone who is unconscious and kind of like on death's door, they can be helped and stabilized with a spell like that, but someone who's already dead,
There, rang the doorbell and Death picked him up. He's inside.
Yeah, and there's just nothing you can do because you're not allowed in. It's a whole thing.
Okay, fine. I don't think I have anything else. Mending? How about
Mending
that?
is for items.
Yeah.
Mend him back up.
You might be able to.
He is an item now.
I guess.
If
He's not breathing.
technically, if you cast mending, you might be able to put some of the bits of his skull back together. But that's about it.
Let's do that.
No, you're not wasting.
What?
You can do whatever you want.
I want to do that.
By the way, to your point,
What was that?
to your point, Patrick. To your point, Patrick. I have no memory whatsoever of what Wormsbane's voice was like.
It was,
So.
He had lots of allergies.
Oh
Yeah,
right.
It was very stuffy.
It sounded like
Kind of sounds very Woody Allen-esque, almost.
Yeah. It sounded like the impression I do of Richard when his allergies are really bad. Because I'm a really good girlfriend.
No one's debating that. But
Hello, I'd like to fix some skulls over here.
you're just gonna cast mending on his head. Okay. Yeah. So you start casting the spell, and initially, that the dwarf fella who had spoken before is like, looks like it's a little bit too late for that. And then he sees that there's just like pieces of skull going back together, and he goes, "Oh, you're not. You're just okay."
Let's see some of my skills, okay? It's
Um,
all new to me. It's a new
We already
world.
had fun.
Yeah, so there's like where there was a hole in Devon's head. Now the chunks of skull have like pieced back together, so there's like solid skull, although not
Feels so
everything
good
is
now.
contained inside, and there's no skin on it.
This is how it's meant to be. I'm
Such a good cleric.
satisfied.
It's such a good cleric. It's very gross, is the other thing about it.
Patrick can't see this, right? Like, this is not a thing that he can see.
If
Yeah, but
you-
I'm just grabbing it in your ear.
I mean, you guys are all in the same chamber, so like you could look over and see it. I don't know what you're paying attention to.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have dark sight.
Right, it's very dark in here, and
So I just heard like a crash, and then I don't know what's going on.
yeah, there are
And then
people talking
I
about somebody being dead.
Oh!
There, Patrick, you heard a crash sound and like a grunt and some squishing noises.
Ooh.
I threw up.
You heard you heard Felicity vomit, so there's that.
I felt Felicity vomit.
Have I arrived here yet? Am I like walking in and there's just like
Vomit.
Why don't you tell us?
people with crushed heads? things back together?
You have just about found the entrance to the cave.
Okay. Would I be able to hear them talking in there and like doing things? Or...
You do hear voices, and it's a pretty safe assumption for you at this point that like, oh, that's where my new coworkers are.
Gotcha.
Wait.
I'm going to light a torch and enter the cave.
You do have dark vision. It's
Oh,
worth
do I?
mentioning. Yeah, you're a tiefling.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
I mean,
I'm
it would be
not
helpful to
comfortable
me,
with
but that's
my
fine.
torch.
You don't have to.
No, I'll light a torch and enter the cave still anyway. I figured it out.
Okay. Could everybody else make a perception roll for me? So for those who need a reminder, that's you roll the
Oh,
20-sided die. You add your perception modifier.
I rolled
see
a
nothing.
2.
What did you get, Jenny?
3.
Oh wow.
I just see nothing. Everything's fine.
I don't know. Maybe you're just. Actually, you can't see anything, so.
Janie got an 11.
You're-
11.
I got a 9, and that's with
I got
disadvantage.
12.
Wow.
Why do you have disadvantage? Patrick.
I just assumed because I can't, like, I don't have dark vision.
You don't
Gave her just a-
don't offer yourself disadvantage. Wait until I tell you
I
to
mean,
have it.
I wasn't.
She's being
You
good.
did
You
it.
did give her disadvantage
She's
last
being the
Yeah,
good
you told me
player.
that I should have disadvantage.
I will let you know. At the moment, you do not have disadvantage on this perception roll.
Okay, so if I didn't have disadvantage, that was still my first roll, and that would have been a 9. So
Okay, fair enough. And Jenny, what race is Kari again?
Half elf.
Oh, you can actually see then, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got dark vision. Yeah, so maybe you're just too.
I'm so sad about those.
she closed your eyes.
Maybe
Yeah.
you're very sad about Devin, or perhaps
Yeah.
you're just paying attention to the two big, scary-looking gentlemen across the way from you.
That's
Who
what it
knows?
is. I think I'm deciding whether I'm gonna do something to them.
Yeah. So anyone who got over a 10, or a 10 or higher, you start noticing that there is some light coming from behind you.
So I'm like fixing the skull and I turn around. What's that light? That's me.
Can I say that I
So that's
brought
like-
snacks? I have no idea what's going on. I was like, I got you guys some candy from the shop because I thought, because I'm like trying to be friends with people, but I'm not really good at it.
Yeah. Well, you heard someone say, "Hey, what's that light?" So
Hey guys, what's going on down here?
So you guys all hear Hista's voice, and Hista, right as you come into this chamber, it's a very dank little cavern, and as you're coming through, several goblins just run past your legs, and are escaping the cave.
Startling.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. And as you go a little bit further in, when you hear where everybody else is, you see the following scene. In a much larger chamber, there are several dead goblins. All of your co-workers. Devin, whose head appears to have been, well, kind of like skinned now because the skull is all there. But he's lying very, very still on the ground. And there are two gray-skinned dwarf people staring at you guys angrily.
So I think I kind of like freeze in place because I'm not really sure what to do, and I just kind of like slowly like put up my hand and offer everyone some candy, like wordlessly though. I'm just like,
Seen it around.
One of the
I run over and take one. What kind of candy is it?
it's like
What kind of candy is this?
It's like hard
I
candy.
asked.
I don't know what flavor. They just gave them to me.
Well,
So as soon as you run back towards Hista for candy, one of the dwarves says something to the other in a language you don't understand, and do any of you speak Undercommon?
No.
nah.
No.
Yeah. So none of you
I
recognize.
could if I chose to.
Sure.
Because I can speak common, I can speak giant, and I get one extra language, which I haven't chosen just
Oh,
yet.
you never picked one.
No. I figured
Is-
I'd figure that out later on.
Is there any reason you would speak Undercommon?
I don't know. What is Undercommon? Who normally speaks Undercommon?
People who live underground.
Yeah, there's no way. I wouldn't speak that.
Yeah.
I also have an extra language that I haven't chosen yet, but I don't know that I would speak Undercommon.
It's not very common for people who don't exclusively live underground.
It's underground common.
I live
Yeah, hence the name.
live on mountains, like grew up on mountains, so there's no way.
Right. Janie, sorry, Revlis, I would like for you to make a dexterity save.
all their tappiner.
You do get a
0.
plus.
Plus 0.
Oh, plus 0. You do get a plus 0 to your dexterity.
Nice, that's sweet.
I thought that was a
Nice.
6.
All right. Hopefully everything's fine. 15.
Oh, okay. So as you turn around and are just like consumed by your need for candy in this moment,
And
as you stand up and turn around, you kind of get this sense that maybe that wasn't like the smartest idea you've ever had. And as you're kind of realizing that, you think like, oh man, I hope they don't throw something at me. And you kind of like zig and zag a little bit. And as you do that, a knife comes flying over your shoulder, just narrowly missing you. And you realize, yeah, I probably shouldn't have turned my back on these guys, maybe.
real rude.
Yeah. Throw a
I'm
knife in
gonna-
my face.
I'm gonna
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna talk to these guys. Do they speak common too? They spoke something that we understood before, right?
Yeah, one of them was speaking common before.
Okay. So I'm gonna say like, hey, I'm not really sure what's going on, but we are not like, we don't really want to fight you. We were just fighting those goblins because they attacked us. We're just down here like looking for something. So, you know, you already killed one of our guys. That we didn't really know them that well. Can we? Let's just pretend that we never met.
All right, we can pretend that we never met if you get out of our cave.
Well, what part of the cave do you need?
Yeah, who's
And
You know, that's a fine question. And he kind of like looks around and he goes, "This general area, this whole this."
Is that the whole?
Yeah, I'm just gesturing.
The whole
at everything.
thing?
I'm saying the whole cave is ours. Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. I actually have a question Janie is asking.
Okay.
Do we know who owns this? Like, whose property is this? Do we know? Does it belong to anybody, or is it just like kind of like anybody's?
It's as far as you know, it's not necessarily anyone's specific property. This is just kind of an area that your bosses referred to it as like a really well kept secret. That this natural formation was here and it was protecting this
We can only hear half of what you're saying. You keep cutting in and out, Tig.
Weird.
I only heard like ands.
He didn't cut out for me. That's weird.
Oh, that is weird.
It's
Can
like
you?
it's just kind of a common. It's like for everybody is kind of what I gathered. Is that right?
It's just kind of a natural formation that it's not necessarily owned by anyone. It's just a cave that nobody really knows about except for your bosses.
So as far as we know, this could be like their home, basically.
It could be. As far as the twins knew, it's not. It doesn't belong to anyone. Like they specifically said, like that they haven't been. You know, they haven't run into anyone else claiming the territory, and it's not like anyone lives there permanently.
Okay.
Now we're running into someone claiming.
So when you say like this whole cave is, you just mean like this part, like this room? We just need. Okay. We just got this job. We just want to get some stuff from here, and then we'll go. That's all we need. Run in and run out. Just a quick trip.
One quick trip.
One quick trip.
He's just staring at you and looks kind of increasingly impatient. And he says, "Maybe you don't hear so well. I said it's ours, and you can't be in here."
Hang on a second. What's happening?
Yo, there's just
I
two
don't know
of them.
what to do.
There's just two of them.
Oh, so who are you? Like, do you have, I'm Felicity. This is Patrick.
I don't care. I don't care.
I know you don't care, but I don't want to get fired. Like, I don't want to mess anything that's happening with you. And I just want to have something to tell our bosses. That's all. I do have persuasion. Can I roll? I roll
Sure.
something?
Yeah. Roll persuasion with disadvantage. So roll twice and take the lower number.
Okay, well that's probably gonna be the low number, but oh, I got the same thing twice. Okay, so I got an 8.
Yeah.
For persuasion.
This guy is just like not having any of it, and he just kind of like hoists his pickaxe onto his shoulder and is just like, listen, I've been very, very polite up to now. I only killed the one of you so
Not
far.
polite.
I killed only one guy. Listen, that's a low for me.
Can we hit him?
I poured out my expertise.
I mean,
Jenny,
there's more of us.
if you wanna do something, then
I'm gonna. Okay, the jackass that's talking. I cast energy beam, and I think probably ice again, like cold.
Okay. Does he get a save on that, or is that an attack from you?
I'm trying to find it. Please hold. Sorry, I'm not good at this yet.
No, that's fine. I also don't even have his page open to know what he would do with a save. So.
I have literally one spell and I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he has to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're not fighting a dragon. That's the wrong page. That wouldn't be great for you guys.
Are we going to fight a dragon in the future?
Who can say?
Prepared for that.
You said it's a dex save?
Yes, please.
What's the DC?
I don't know. Let me look. Is it my spell save DC?
Yes.
14.
Okay, he does not make it.
Great. So he takes 3 damage.
All right, so you just blast this guy with a cold energy ray, and he takes the hit and seems a little surprised by it, like he wasn't expecting you to attack just in that moment. I think he was probably feeling confident that you guys were just going to give up and leave. And he just goes like, ugh! Oh, all right, so it's going to be that way. I guess I'm killing more than one guy today. And let's have an initiative roll at that point.
Sorry, guys.
15.
Hang on a second. Look at this.
14.
Yes.
Hang on one second, guys. I really enjoyed how that whole time Kari was just sitting there going like, guys, let's just kill them. Okay.
There are a lot of us.
Taylor got 17. Yeah,
it
you
feels-
totally got them.
It feels rude that like we outnumbered them and they wouldn't even tell us their names. Like at least like to put a name to a corpse, you know?
Kari, what did you get for initiative?
6.
6.
I think that.
Patrick? Oh, you got a 6. Kari and Patrick, what is your dexterity bonus, each of you?
Oh.
Let's see.
3 plus 3.
Cookies I made.
My modifier or
Your modifier. Your modifier.
+1.
Okay. So Kari.
Also,
yep.
do I still have my the things that were cast on me last time?
I don't
Like
remember what was cast on you last time.
One lasted
AC
10
for
minutes.
10
One
minutes.
lasted
Yeah, I think I would probably still, if anything, have the +2 AC for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you should still have that. Hista, what did you get?
15.
15. Emily, be cuter. We all dare you.
Even cuter if Mel was wearing her robe.
It's not untrue. Alrighty. So Patrick, lucky for you, Hista has a torch, so you have some light in this room. Hey Hista, what is your dexterity modifier?
0.
Okay. Can you roll a d20 and tell me what you get, please?
Yes. 17.
Okay. You had the exact same roll with the exact same modifier as these guys.
Oh,
So
nice.
I should really start using an initiative tracker again, like I used to. And Patrick. Okay, so these guys are clearly ready for a fight now. And Revless.
quick question.
Yeah.
Before we start, sorry. So I know for like my spell out, like for my spells, I only have 2 spell slots. For cantrips, can I just keep casting them, or how does that work?
Cantrips, you just cast whenever you want, as much as you want.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I want to make sure.
Cantrips aren't very powerful, but they are dope as hell because they have really no limitations.
Okay, cool.
Revless, you're actually up first. Oh, you guys are muted.
What?
Revless is up first in this fight that's just broken out.
Okay, Jenny, you're up first.
So this person's been. Sorry, I have a bit of candy in my mouth.
I mean, you also in the game have candy.
I'm here for the character. So I'm just like kind of like shocked at the turn that this is taking.
Yeah, one of these guys threw a frickin' knife at you.
I was not expecting any of this. I am not prepared to battle people. I don't think mentally.
Okay.
I don't know what I can contribute.
Well, you have weapons.
Oh,
You can attack
physically.
with a weapon.
I'm able.
Yeah, you've got a lot of options here. You could, if you wanted to, like start fighting back right away, you could just start attacking them. You have your spells that you could cast, either on your party members to toughen them up, or on these guys to attack them, depending on what spells you have. You could also, you always have the option of holding your turn. And waiting until something else happens to make a choice. You know, just kind of see how stuff plays out for a little bit.
I don't know if I have anything any spells that are actually useful to this.
This one you can make things like appear or make like sounds appear and stuff like that. Like it's an illusion spell.
Yeah, I'm not
That's the
sure.
only one I can think of. But
Yeah,
you could just hold your turn and see if anything happens.
yeah. Can I just hold my turn?
Sure, yeah. If at any point you just want to jump in, then just let me know, okay?
All right.
I will say also for you, these are probably like the first other dwarves you've met. I was just thinking about that before we started.
Yeah, I don't know if I would even really recognize that they were like.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
it's-
oh yeah, those people.
It's weird
have this
because
elsewhere.
like they're the same kind of like size and shape as you know, in a very basic physiological sense, except for the whole like white eyes and gray skin thing. That's weird.
Yeah, pretty weird.
So Felicity, it is going to be. What's
Sorry,
up?
these were the dwarf. These people were speaking Undercommon.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Felicity, it's actually your turn now.
Okay. I am going to use. Let me read this real quick and make sure I know what I'm doing. How long does this last? 1 hour. Okay. I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Sorry.
On which one of them?
On. Do either of them look less wise? Like, is one of them like? Which is the leader of the pack?
Not specifically that you can tell. I mean, the most major differences between them, their beards are styled differently, is the like most obvious physical thing. The other difference between them that you've been in a position to notice is that only one of them has been speaking to you, and the other one is the one who smashed Devin's head in.
Okay. Can I talk and do a spell?
Yeah, talking is pretty much just a free
Okay.
thing to just do.
No, they're not frozen. That was the goblins. One of the goblins was frozen. These guys are here.
Wait, was one of these guys frozen?
No, that was the goblins.
What?
Okay, so I'm gonna say, hey, I have a riddle for you. What do they look like when I say that?
The one of them who hasn't spoken to you guys just like doesn't even look at you, and the other one is just gives you kind of a look like, what?
Okay, I guess I'll cast this on the one who killed Devin.
Okay.
And so he has to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, and he does it with advantage. Woo! If none of us have attacked him, does that count as us fighting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is. Oh right. You know what? I forgot how this works. So here's the thing. Actually, you go to cast your Charm Person spell, and you feel the magic work, in the way that it normally would. But when it hits this guy, it just doesn't do anything. Like, you don't feel that connection that you normally would, where it kind of like tethers him for a moment and changes his opinion or anything. It just, nothing happens.
So it just doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. Which is weird. That's probably never happened to you.
Are you gonna finish the riddle? So
I just wanted to see how they would react. If one of them looked panicked, then it would be less
What a fascinating reaction that would be, though, if you were like, hey, I got a riddle for you right in the middle of a fight, and you just went like, oh shit, I didn't know I was going to be tested today.
I should have said today we're going to be taking an oral quiz.
if one train starts in Chicago and the other
That's my turn. I guess I can't do anything else.
Yeah. So, Hista, you're up. At this point, what you have seen, the moment you came down into this cavern, is this like bizarre scene of apparent carnage and a lot of tension. And right as you offered up some candy awkwardly, Revlis was like, "Sit, candy," and came over. And as soon as she did, one of these ashy dwarves just whipped a knife at her that she just barely dodged, and now stuff is going on.
I think I'm gonna. So, your dog bothering me.
Impossible.
She tried to cast Charm Person, it didn't work. But when Carrie did the energy bolt, did that work?
That did work, yeah.
That did work.
But it was I aimed it at the other person.
At the.
They had to make the one who was speaking had to make a dex save.
Okay. I think Hista kind of like jumps into action, but kind of like haphazardly because she still kind of doesn't know and is freaking out a little. So I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at the chatty guy.
Okay. Is that an attack for you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. 18.
Ooh, that'll hit.
Okay, and then I do. I'm reading the thing. I've never played a spellcaster before.
Yeah, there are a lot of paperwork. Just
Yeah.
don't worry about it at all. Totally understand.
On a hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage. Okay. Where'd that go? 7.
Yes.
7 damage? That's a solid hit.
And speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Oh, cool. Cool. So as you almost nervously go like, okay, I guess this is serious and this is happening. And you point at the one who's been talking and shoot a ray of frost at him. And there's a spot on he's kind of wearing some armor that had some ice left over on his chest from when Kari blasted him. And you hit him in like the exact same spot, and like that ice spreads out over him, and there's just like frost in all the joints of his armor. And he grunts again, and like you can see his breath as he's breathing a little bit heavier. And he looks very mad at you. But clearly that had a pretty solid effect.
Sweet.
And now it's their turn. Let's see. Who was closest to these guys? I'm trying to remember how this room was laid out. It's probably Patrick, isn't it? Because you were kind of like walking right up to where they were right when they came out.
I was hoping you wouldn't remember so that I could get them. I think that they come out, aren't they like, I'm behind them, I thought, like a little bit.
No, you're not behind them. They came out in front of you because you were going down the tunnel that they were in. So I think you're kind of like slightly to the side of them. But the one who just got blasted twice probably isn't looking straight at you because you haven't done anything yet. And by the way, Patrick, only now can you even see that all this is happening. There's just these two weird dwarf-looking dudes in front of you, and your coworkers have started blasting one of them with ice powers. And also Devin's dead. Hey. Which is probably for the best. I mean, it's pretty much the worst.
I didn't care about him either way.
No one did, is the sad thing. But that's not really your concern. So one of these two dudes is going to try and...
Which one?
I think the one who has been talking and has now been blasted twice. He is going to close distance with... Who would be closer? I think he wants to come at Felicity, just because she's the one who's been talking the most to him.
Are we within 10 feet?
Yeah, it's not like an enormous chamber.
I don't
And
know.
he's got... Actually, his movement speed did just get dropped by 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It got dropped by 10, not to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's not actually going to quite make it to Felicity. He's just going to move right up. He's probably about 5 feet away from you, Felicity. And he realizes that like his armor is making it hard for him to move since it's all frozen up. And instead of attacking you, what with that, he is... he's just gonna like grunt and try and get closer, but not quite make it. Whereas the other one who killed Devin and also threw a knife at Revlis, he is going to take notice of the fact that Patrick is like right there and is just gonna come after him. So, Patrick, what's your armor class?
16.
That'll hit.
What is it?
Well, I rolled a 19,
Yeah,
so
that'll do it.
yeah, it's a 23. Okay, yeah. So this one
Wait,
notices.
no, I get a +2. Oh no, it still doesn't hit. Ugh.
Yeah, he's still got you. So that one notices that you're just like the most convenient, and he takes a swing at you. It seems like they had a lot of digging gear back there, which is kind of curious. And he's just picked up a piece of it and swung it right at your, kind of at your leg, because that's about how high he can reach since you're so tall and he's so short. And whacks right into your thigh for 8 damage.
Okay.
That's my turn. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I jump in and cure that wound?
Yeah, sure.
Never mind. I was gonna say, like, I could just use the golden fruit, but Patrick definitely would not have seen that like heal the goblin and would not like know to motion to have that like thrown to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh shit. I only have 13 hit points. So
But I would know that fruit heals.
Where is the fruit?
I mean, I would know that fruit heals. Patrick's holding it.
Emily has. I'm at 5 HP. Just so y'all know.
Yeah, should I just...
Okay, let me look up.
Yeah, if Revlis wants to heal you, I would just let her.
Where is the fruit?
Yeah.
Like, is it somewhere where
Emily
I can
has
grab it, or is it not?
I have it.
It's probably easier just to heal me.
Okay. Okay, cure wounds. Sorry, slow down. Okay, a creature you have to touch. You'd have to touch Patrick. I don't know how far you are from him. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah, you
So
can.
how far?
You're close enough. You can just move right over to Patrick and heal him.
Okay. No, that's not the right one. What is it? Sorry, we don't know what we're doing. There you go. You just roll that one. And your spellcasting ability modifier is...
Oh, it's too toasty for this.
Isn't it? Is her spellcasting ability modifier her proficiency bonus?
No. The spellcasting ability modifier is her wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay. So it's +2.
I got a 5.
She healed her for 5.
Yay!
Does Janie get to go again?
No, that changes her position in the order.
Oh, okay.
Holding your action is basically, just saying like this is when I want to go, and then that stays consistent, unless you
Okay.
change it again.
So now she's last in the order.
Nope, we haven't
No.
gotten through everyone even once yet.
Oh. Okay. I thought those guys went last for some reason.
I still haven't gone.
Yeah, Patrick is dead last.
Yeah.
But speaking of, it is now Annabelle's turn.
Okay. Does it look like either of them are carrying any of this fruit we're here for?
They don't appear to be, although you can't see what's in their packs.
How close am I to the partially frozen one?
Since he tried to move up to Felicity, you're probably about 15 feet away from him.
What I really wanted to do, but I feel like I'm probably too far for this.
Well, what is it you want to do?
I just want to go over to him and push him over. I just feel like he's probably not going to be real successful at like mobility because he's very like frozen up, and I don't really want to hurt.
You can move over there. You've got like 30 feet of movement in a turn, so you can.
Yeah.
You're perfectly welcome to just like walk right up to him and
That's what I want to do then. I just want to walk up to him and just like shove him over.
Okay. So the way something like that works is that we're going to roll a contest. So we're going to roll against each other here. In this case, you're going to make an athletics roll.
Great, because I had +5 on that one.
Sick. I think that's all I'm going to go. Okay, what'd you get?
It was 7.
Okay, so Annabelle walks over to this partially frozen dark dwarf and just is like shove, and it's very sturdy, like his center of gravity is much lower than yours too.
That makes sense.
And he just kind of like walks up and is like, no. You're also now right next to him.
Oops.
Well, that's not necessarily a big deal, but yeah. So I think that is. Is there anything else you wanted to do on your turn?
Try stabbing him or punching him or something.
Well, she wouldn't be able to do that. Like
Why?
trying to shove him counts as like a primary action.
You should spit in his face.
Yeah, that's a bonus action.
I just want to sort of be like, can y'all quit being so mean to us? We're just trying to do our job. That's my only plea to them.
Okay. So you just ask him to stop being such a jerk, and he just again is like, no. Okay, so Kari, it is now your turn.
Sorry, I was reading about things that I can do. Where are we? Who's hurt?
Pavrik has some damage on him now. Of the two, they're called Durgar, by the way. These
They're
things are-
Durgar. I know those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Slavers.
It's
I
so
feel less bad about hitting them.
It's so inconvenient to keep just saying like these weird dark-skinned dwarfy guys. So they're called Durgar. Of the two Durgar, one of them has engaged with Pavrik and has not been hurt at all. The one who you blasted before and who Annabelle just tried to shove to the ground. He's been hit a couple of times.
But he's not like bloodied.
No, he's still in like, fighting shape.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to him again then.
Just hit him with another energy blast.
Yep.
And
so he's got a save, dex save.
Right. Okay. And what was the DC on that?
14.
Okay. It seems like. Oh no, Sam's all frozen out. It seems like the frost on his armor is starting to. At this point, because when you go for a second blast, he manages to duck out of the way. So no such luck on that one. Is that a he doesn't take damage on a miss, does he? It's not like
No.
a yeah.
No.
Okay. So Patrick, it is finally your turn.
Okay. I wanna the one who hasn't been hit at all yet.
Yeah, the one who hit you.
Yeah, I want to take my maul and like bring it right down on him.
Yes.
Sick. Roll it up.
Smash.
What do I just 20 plus what?
It's going to be a d20, and your attack bonus will be your strength modifier and your proficiency modifier.
Okay, strength modifier and proficiency, so +4 and plus so +6.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 22, I think.
Oh, that'll definitely.
Yes. Yeah, 22.
Yeah, definite hit. Roll me some damage, please.
Okay, 2d6 +4.
Nice.
Fuck. Okay, so I got 7 damage.
Okay. So yeah, this guy who came at you with his like pickaxe thing whacks you in the leg, and I mean now you know you're in a fight proper. So as you turn around to him, and he's again so much shorter than you, so it's pretty easy to just like take your maul and swing it directly down on top of him, and you crack right into his his shoulder armor, which dents pretty heavily. And he stays on his feet and just kind of like grunts at you, but you've done some solid damage to him. So at this point, we're going to go back to the top of the order, which is going to be Felicity now.
Okay, so I am going to use what is it called? Blade Ward.
What is it?
Blade Ward.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something very different.
I extend my hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air, and I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks. Also, I just realized I don't have my AC on my character sheet. And Janie doesn't. Janie doesn't have hers either. So how do I know what my armor class is?
Okay. Does it say in your equipment what you guys are wearing for armor?
Leather armor for me, and I think for Janie too, maybe. No, Janie has scale mail.
Okay. I forget what those. I forget what the bonus for those is off the top of my head. Give me 1 sec.
Let's see.
You guys should get I'm using an app. It's the 5th edition character sheet.
Oh, such a good.
Oh, I have that.
Like,
I love that
actually,
app
it might
so
be
much.
it might actually already be in my app. Oh, never mind. I know what my armor class is, I think.
You got it?
12, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know Janie's though.
Yeah, for you, it's going to be 11 plus your dex modifier. And for Janie, it's going to be 14 plus her dex modifier.
Okay, so it's just 14. Oh. Then this app is wrong because my armor class would actually be probably punched something in wrong. So it's not 12, it's actually 11 plus my dex. So 14.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
So you guys have the
Yeah,
same.
and so then I have resistance.
Yeah.
Against certain. And I think can I Patrick, I don't know if this would even come up, but if Patrick doesn't know that because we all saw that fruit heal people, right?
Yep.
So I could just say something because I saw Patrick get attacked and just say, hey Patrick, just so you know, if you get hurt again, you should really eat some of that fruit. I think you maybe missed it, but it can really help you. I think it heals you. And that's it. That's
okay.
my turn.
Yeah, again, speaking and talking to each other and to the bad guys and whatever is pretty much always just a free thing you can just do.
Okay.
You can't like recite a soliloquy to someone necessarily because each round of combat is supposed to be 6 seconds that goes by. So it's got to be kind of a quick thing, but something like that you can definitely say.
Okay.
So now that you've got your blade ward on, Hista, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, shoot, I don't know what I want to do. So, frozen guy's still frozen, right? Or is that done now? Because it's my turn again. Or is that his just his speed?
That was at the. What does it say for the spell? I think it was at the beginning of your next turn.
I think so too. Yeah. Hold on a second. Speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. So
yeah.
Okay.
So he's not frozen anymore.
Okay. Let me. How far am I away from him?
You're kind of at the back of the group, so you're probably about like 30 feet away.
Can I shoot him with my crossbow from there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's well within your range.
Let me. That's a 6.
Okay. That's not going to do it. Maybe you're just trying to, account for not shooting Annabelle in the side. But you fire at him and it just goes wide and goes scattering off into the cave.
I kind of sigh disappointedly. And they're like, well, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. So it is now the Durgar's turn. And the one who has gone over to Felicity and is between Felicity and Annabelle, seeing Felicity.
I'm still on Patrick though.
Are you? Oh shit!
Yeah, I never got off Patrick.
I thought you had jumped down.
I thought you did too.
No.
Well,
When?
then...
I said I didn't want to jump down.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why last time I just did Vicious Mockery, because I was like, I don't want to jump down. I don't know what to do, so I just did that. So I'm still on Patrick. I don't think they got...
Oh, so we're both like protected then.
No, that's not really how that works.
Oh well, that's
I thought you were on the other side.
That's not how walls work? Okay.
This Durgar is not where I thought he was.
Sorry.
No, that's my bad. Okay, so that guy didn't quite. That guy should have been able to go at you at that point, actually. So I'm just gonna shuffle this around in my brain. It's fine. But since Annabelle has tried to give him a shove, and especially since his original target has apparently put some kind of magic on herself, he is going to attack Annabelle with his pick. Annabelle, what's your AC?
Well, 11.
11, okay. So now that you've shoved this guy and asked him to stop being mean, he's just going to go like, how's this for mean? And swing his pick right at you. And he hits.
Well, that's pretty mean, sir.
He knows. He wasn't really asking.
Yeah, but it's rude to not answer somebody when they ask you a question.
And you take 10 damage.
Fuck me. Okay. Well, I'm at 0.
Oh, snap. Okay.
10
So,
HP.
this guy
Wait.
goes,
Excuse me, I'm next. Can I spare her if she's dying?
let's go ahead and
Just
let's go ahead and wait till your turn actually starts.
No, she's dying.
So, this Durgar goes, how's this for mean? And swings the pick up at you, and it just like stabs you in the chest. With a pretty awful sound as it like clearly hits some bone. And the world just goes black for you. And you guys see Annabelle just like crumple in a heap on the ground. Except, hang on, playing against myself here to help out a new player.
Thank you.
Have a thing that lets you not go unconscious. I think it's once per long rest, maybe?
Know everything.
So I think you can choose to not actually be knocked unconscious here. Just because half-orcs are, awesome.
Yes, it dropped to 1 HP when I would have been reduced to 0.
Yes. Rad.
So
Also, then you can shove that fruit into your mouth.
that's true.
Yeah, so I take some of that back. So the pick just like stabs you in the chest, and it's awful, don't get me wrong. And you start to go dim and feel like you might pass out. But then you remember that you're a goddamn half-orc, and so instead of that,
Just goddamn
you
right.
just take a deep breath and manage to stay on your feet.
Can I take a
Meanwhile,
free action and eat some of that fruit? Does that?
you're gonna have to wait till it is. Yeah, you gotta wait till it's your turn.
Okay.
We're almost there though, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Pafric, this guy who you're currently tussling with, is definitely feeling aware that you've got a major size advantage on him. And as such, a pretty strange thing starts happening. He looks at you and grits his teeth, and he starts coming up closer to your height. And his body is just like, it's keeping the same proportions, but just growing. Until he is actually a little bit taller than you. Which is weird. Let's see.
And that's his action?
You would think so, huh?
You can't tell me that he's like changing his whole bodily form and then also gets to hit me.
I can tell you that, actually.
You can tell me that, but it's also kind of bullshit.
And yet, okay, yeah. So, he is suddenly even a little bit bigger than you, and he's going to try and attack you. And what is? Remind me what your AC is. You're muted.
It is 18.
Is that with the bonus from? Okay, so that is just barely going to hit you.
Okay.
Sorry. Two. Okay. So after you've cracked this thing in the shoulder pretty good, it grits its teeth, starts growing. It's very big all of a sudden, and he goes to swing at you and does 16 damage.
Okay, that's -6 HP. Like, you just want to murder us all? That's cool. Also, Taylor, I think that Janie goes after these guys go.
Yeah, I realized that after I read it. I thought he was saying it was your turn.
Yeah.
Fucking dead.
You're not
Whoa.
dead. Hang on. So this bizarrely giant pickaxe strikes you, and for you, the world does in fact go dark, and you drop to the ground.
Drop to the ground.
And then when it's your turn, we're going to be doing some death saves.
Cool.
Okay. That then makes it properly Revlis's turn now. By the way, you guys all just now have seen this thing where this Durgar has just gotten like giant all of a sudden out of nowhere.
There's not much I can do about it, to be honest.
Not right now, no.
Concept.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't have anything for you right there. It's your turn, yes.
Okay. Okay, so are we at a place? Should I save her or is she good?
Well, she's unconscious and bleeding a lot.
I think about
Spare the dying, you would make her stable, which I don't know what that means.
It would. So okay. If you cast Spare the Dying, then it makes it so that Patrick doesn't need to keep making death saves. And it makes you stable, which I think in 5th edition brings you up to 1 hit point. So you would technically be conscious. It's not how that used to work, so I might have to double check that for this edition. But the other thing you can do is if you can heal Patrick, then not only does that automatically take him away from having to do death saves, but he also heals from 0. So he would go up to whatever you heal him for.
Yeah, I can't heal.
Do any of us have healing potions or anything
Well,
like that? I don't think.
Yeah, Isabel has the fruit, right?
Yeah.
Like, do I know that she has it?
Yeah.
I saw her. Okay, like, how close is she to me? Can I just, like, whisper, hey, can I have that fruit, please?
Yeah, she's pretty close to you.
I think she
you can
needs
just-
it too, though. Like, she needs, like, at least a bite or something.
Take a bite.
Yeah, you
Me,
both.
there's enough.
Do you only have 1 spell slot?
Yes, 2, but she used 1 last.
Yeah, so she has another spell slot.
But she used
I
one
used-
last time and she used 1 this time. She used Shield of Faith last time and she used Cure Wounds this time.
Right.
Oh, you used Shield of Faith in the previous fight?
Yeah. We
Gotcha.
haven't had a rest.
Spare the dying
Okay.
is a cantrip, though, right?
Yeah, spare the dying.
So that is an option then.
Should I just spare the dying?
It's like
It's like
it's
the
up to
only thing I
you.
can really do, I think.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot.
Okay.
It doesn't. Yeah, that just automatically succeeds or something.
Oh,
Anything.
okay, cool.
Yeah, you touch a living
Yeah.
creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Okay. To talk about this fruit and
Yeah,
like,
you can talk. You can talk. Poor Tank
I
has
wa-
to keep
I wa-
telling us
I know-
that we're allowed to talk.
I know that I can, but like, here's the thing. Are we able to like rip this fruit in half, and can she hand me half of it so I can just like shove it in Melanie's mouth? What's Melanie's character's name? Godfrey's mouth.
Yeah.
Just make Annabelle like take a bite, like shove a
You can.
in her mouth.
Here's the thing. You can do that, or cast Spare the Dying. You're not gonna get both.
I'm just gonna do both. My friend's dying. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just stick with that. I hope.
Spare the dying.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just double check something real quick.
It's
So,
0. I just checked. She goes back to 0. She just doesn't have to save.
Okay, yeah. So still unconscious, but not bleeding out.
So wait. If they like try to hit her again or him hit Patrick again, what like can
If someone who is unconscious gets hit, it gives them immediately a failed death save.
Okay. Okay.
You have to get 3 of those to actually die, though. Just so you guys know.
3's not like
So
that.
you guys, it's not. It's really not. But it's not like, you know, a failed death save and he's gone. Yeah. So you run over and put your hand on Patrick, and blood stops gushing out of him at least. So that's a major improvement. I would say.
Still pretty much dead though.
Yeah, it's not like a good situation.
Okay. And whose fault is that? I just need this fruit.
I mean, I don't know. You guys are the ones who started fighting some Duragar.
Yeah, my fault. It's my fault.
Annabelle, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna take a bite of this fruit.
Okay.
Like how effectively it heals. Like, can I take a bite and see how I feel, and then maybe eat more of it, or?
Sorta. Hang on 1 second. Let's look up a thing. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. What even the
When you say, oh man, like
edition?
that thing.
I'm sorry. I don't know what potions do in this edition, apparently. God, that's annoying. I miss when this all used to be in one book. I'm so old. One second. No, fuck it. I've changed my mind. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Why look up a thing? Oh, shit. Okay, Annabelle, you just take a big old bite out of this thing, and you get 6 hit points back right away.
So I'm at 7.
Yeah.
I want to throw the rest of that fruit over to Revlis, who I'm assuming is still right next to Patrick.
Yeah. Go ahead and Revlis, just roll a d20 for me and tell me what you get.
Oh my
I
God.
catch the fruit. If that's what you're wondering. I catch it. It's fine. 11.
Yeah, you do in fact catch the fruit. Good job. Annabelle, if you would like to try and attack this Duragar, since you didn't move, I'd be willing to count taking a bite out of the thing as your move action, and you could still do an attack or something if you wanted to. It's up to you, though.
How close is he?
He's like right next.
Still right next to me.
Because he just hit you in the chest with a pickaxe.
Okay. Cool. I'm taking out my short sword. Just like big old blow at him and muttering something about how that was dang mean.
Dang mean.
That was pretty dang mean. I'd probably still call him sir, though. I'm still very polite.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to add to that.
20. What's up?
20? Oh, shit. Cool. So we don't even have to add anything to that. That is a definite hit, and it's also a critical hit. So
yes.
You are going to what is the damage on your?
Thank you.
What's the damage on your? Shit! And you're a half orc. You're gonna get extra damage on this too because of being a half orc.
It said something about 1 additional weapon die of damage on a critical hit.
Yeah. Okay. Snap. That went about as well as it could have.
My short sword is 1d6 plus 3.
Okay. Roll a d6 3 times, then add 3 to that.
Okay. Shit. 1. Well, that's not great. 3, 4. 7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay. Oh man, that was big. So you take a big old bite out of this fruit, and as you're doing so, you go, "It's pretty dang mean, sir," and pull out your short sword and just rake it across his chest, cutting right through his armor. And I don't know if you're starting to feel some of that half-orc rage bubble up.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and despite your immense politeness.
I try really hard to keep it in check is the thing, but this man just almost killed me.
And he is feeling some regret over that in this moment, as he clutches his chest and there's just blood pouring down the front of him. Right where his armor had already been a little bit damaged by getting blasted a couple of times by ice. He is still on his feet, but just barely. He is in real rough shape.
Now I really
which brings it to.
But I know I probably can't do that to my turn.
Probably not till your turn. That brings it to Kari's turn.
Sorry. Okay, so I realized that I have some things that I didn't know I had before, so I'm going to try and hit Can you remind me who's doing worse?
Yeah, in terms of just like how they're looking.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the one who had been talking to you guys looks way worse. There is blood all over the front of him, the one who you blasted before. The other one is a little bit banged up from Patrick smashing a giant hammer into him, but he is also like 8 feet tall now.
Okay, so that one's the big one. I'm going to hit with. I'm going to try and hit with my light crossbow.
Okay.
Oh no! What do I add to this?
You add your dex modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so 10. Does that hit?
No, unfortunately, it does not. You pull your
Okay.
like crossbow and ping it at this guy, and it just like glances off of.
Okay, but wait. So, I would like to spend 2 side points to use Sticking Missile, and as a reaction, I can repeat that same attack roll with the same target.
Cool. Okay.
Oh fuck. Oh, so 14 is this one.
Okay. That one doesn't go either, I'm afraid.
Well, okay, so just as a bonus action, I have so many things I didn't know about. As a bonus action, I'm going to imbue this crossbow with psionic power for my next attack. For my next turn.
Okay, sure.
I'm spending 1 side point to do that.
Awesome. How many of those do you have total?
I have 4. So I just spent 3.
That's 3 of them, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Patrick, it's your turn, but you are unconscious. So you do nothing. Because you're not making death saves right now. Which makes it Felicity's turn, which makes some sense to me, because now you've toppled to the ground, since you were riding around on Patrick.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of try to like hide a little bit like under Patrick, like, and hope that I kind of just like get lost.
Okay.
Which a +4 deception, or I have a +1 stealth.
That'd be a stealth. If you're trying to hide behind the unconscious form of Patrick.
Not behind. I'm so small that I'm gonna try to like just like kind of find a place like under Patrick's arm or like something where I'm just like kind of hidden and hope that they just forget that I'm there.
Okay, I want to try and put this into context because you were on top of the guy that this Durgar was directly engaging with.
Yes.
So he was kind of looking right at you.
Yeah, but then Patrick fell, so I'm thinking when Patrick fell, obviously, I mean, you didn't say anything that I got like crushed under Patrick, so I'm assuming that I did something that I got out of the way.
You didn't get crushed, like you didn't. He's not on top of you. You're not like pinned or hurt or anything. Yeah. I'm just trying to suss out if it makes any sense for this guy to suddenly forget that you were there when you were right in front of him moments ago.
Well, his friend just got like really wailed on.
All right.
Like,
fair.
I'm not saying this is gonna be successful.
Fair enough. Do a stealth check that I'm going to contest.
Okay.
Which gives you like a little bit more of a chance here.
I got a 17.
Okay, well he got a 5, so I guess he's not paying too much attention to where the little tiny gnome went.
So I hide.
What a fucking idiot.
And that's just my movement.
Yeah.
So I just realized that I have another cantrip, which is Minor Illusion.
Uh-huh.
So I am going to. What is It says within range. What does that mean?
It should mention the range in the spell.
Oh yeah, sorry. 30 feet. How far away would like the next? We're right in the doorway of the next cavern, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to create a sound.
Okay.
And it's going to be someone else's voice. It's going to be the voice of the twins in like the next cavern over. And I'm gonna have them say like something like kind of like talking to each other like I don't really think of what exactly I'm saying. Yeah, no, something like, oh, it must have taken a wrong turn. I guess if we go back over through this cavern, then we can make it to the tree. I forget what the tree is called. But just them talking about like how they're going to like another part of the cavern.
Okay. My question for you would be, what is it you're trying to accomplish with this?
Okay, so I'm trying to accomplish is that these guys are very like territorial, and I'm trying to get at least one of them. Maybe they'll like split up and they'll say like, oh hey, there's someone else on our turf. I'm gonna get them also. Does that make sense?
Sure. Sure. Make a deception check.
Okay. That is a 19.
Okay. Now, okay, are you putting that sound in the cavern ahead of you or behind you?
The cavern that they just came out of.
All right. Sure. Okay.
Actually, I'll have it the cavern more toward. Well, I don't know.
I like where your head's at. I'm just
the one where they came out of.
Where they came out of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because they were just like working on stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. That's what I was trying
to do. Okay. You do that. That is the thing that you have done.
Okay.
The very big Durgar kind of standing over you, who's forgotten where you were, like glances behind him, and he says something in Undercommon to the other one, and that's your turn.
Okay.
Making it Hista's turn.
Okay, so the one guy just said something to the other guy because they heard a noise from where they came from.
Yeah.
Are they like turned in that direction?
He like glances back that way and then turned back around to shout to the one who Annabelle just opened.
Okay. The one that Annabelle just opened is the big giant one?
No, he's the one who's still like kind of the same normal size.
Okay. Okay, and then the other one is the big one, the silent one, right?
Yeah. The big one is the one who hasn't spoken to you guys yet.
Okay, got it. I would like to. I also have minor illusion, and I'm going to have another noise come from that direction.
Okay.
Just double down on the noises to distract them and maybe make them head in the other direction. So let me try that. That's an 11.
What is the sound you're making?
What was the sound? What was the other sound?
The other sound was the your employers talking to each other and talking about like, oh, I think we took a wrong turn in this cavern.
Oh. Huh. Sorry, I've been distracted. My dog is like freaking out right now.
It's all right.
I think maybe, can it be them like saying like, oh, look at all this cool shit we found. Let's just take it with us. Like they're trying to like steal their stuff.
Sure. I mean, you can have it be whatever you want.
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, give me also a deception check.
Oh, that's 2. Not great. That won't work out well for me.
Okay. The two Duragar start shouting back and forth to each other in Undercommon, and the one who is closer to you, who's like holding his chest, who Annabelle just carved up, looks over and like screws his face up for a second and just shakes his head and like says something in Undercommon to the other one again.
Well, damn.
Unfortunately, that makes it their turn. So, let's see here. What do I even want to have them do with this? This is such a weird situation all of a sudden. I think the one who is bleeding all over the place probably wants to get a little bit away from Annabelle at this point, and sees that he's having some crossbow bolts fired at him. So he's going to try and move away from Annabelle and get over to Kari. Annabelle, if you want, you can make an opportunity attack on him for moving away from you and kind of like turning his back on you.
Sorry, my computer started being weird. Yeah, I kind of just want to try to like snatch at the back of his armor and like throw him to the ground.
Okay. Sure. Make an athletics check for me then.
Vocals. And that is another nat 20.
What the fuck?
She's real mad, apparently.
That's awesome. Okay, so this Duragar.
Yeah.
Just call me Travis McElroy.
Well, I don't want to call you Travis McElroy because then I have to assume that you're cheating right now.
I promise.
So this Duragar tries to back away from you a little bit and moves towards Kari, like lifting up his pick, like he's gonna go after her. And you just go like, no, you don't. Grab the back of his armor and pull him straight to the ground with a pretty harsh thud. Actually, roll a d4 for me.
I gotta find that one.
It's the one that's a little pyramid.
Hang on, I just threw it across the room.
Oh, weird choice.
Oh. Be fun for everybody. Landed on the ground out of the 4.
Oh wow, okay. What with the gaping wound in his chest, and the fact that he hit the ground real hard, he kind of cries out when he hits the ground, and some more blood just sort of like spurts out of his chest. And clearly that fall knocked a little bit of vitality out of him, if you will. He's still alive, but he's now on the ground, and like he's looking really, really rough at this point. The other guy is gonna try and move over there and get to his friend, who looks like he's dying. So he's gonna kind of lumber over, and he's gonna actually try and shove you out of the way. So if you would be so kind as to make another athletics check.
That was only a 10.
Okay, because he's so giant at the moment, he had advantage on that, and he just like shoves you out of the way to get to his buddy on the ground. And you are knocked to the ground prone. And now they are right next to each other, and it is Revlis's turn.
Okay, so I got this fruit. I'm gonna shove it in Patrick's face.
Okay. So he doesn't really have a way to chew it.
Okay, then
Unconscious.
Juices. Squirt those juices.
Sure. Okay, so if you want to like take a piece of this fruit and like try and squeeze it into his mouth, roll a
Please. What is this?
roll a D4 and add your strength modifier to it. We're really playing Calvin ball with this fruit here, guys.
You got a 4 plus 2, so she got 6.
Okay, so it's not the most. It's not like this thing has already been gnawed on a little bit, so it's just like, you know, a chunk of mostly eaten fruit, and you're just like squeezing whatever juice is left out of it. And Patrick, you get 6 hit points back. And suddenly you are awake, and Revlis is kneeling over you, and you have a pleasant fruity taste in your mouth.
Hey, I have a question. I have a shield. Am I able to give it to people?
Sure.
Does that help?
You're just do it as you please.
Okay.
Your physical like metal shield.
Yeah, like
if they want to be using a shield and they don't have one and you give it to them, then that would be helpful to them. Otherwise, like Patrick uses a two-handed weapon, so he wouldn't want to use it.
Is Patrick able to fight right now, though?
Yeah, he's awake. He's fully conscious. He's
6 hit points.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he's beaten up, but
okay.
Hey,
Cool.
you know when I hit that guy before?
Yeah.
I should have actually re-rolled because I rolled a 1 and a 2. Roll for damage. So he should have been hurt much more.
You're a heavy weapons master?
I'm a great weapon fighting, yeah.
Right.
So
Is it you re-roll just ones?
1s and 2s.
1s and 2s?
And I rolled a 1 and a 2. And I should have re-rolled that. But that's just for future.
Yeah, I don't really want to go back and try and refix that, but that's good to remember, yeah.
Okay, so I did that with the fruit. Now I'm pretty freaked out by all this because I feel like a lot of my friends are like, one of them already died. So I'm gonna take my warhammer out, and the one on the floor, I'm gonna try to hit that one.
Okay. Because
am I able to? Wait, how far away?
Yeah. He just moved to get to his buddy. You would have been next to him, but he just moved to the other one.
I think he wants to attack the one that's on the ground.
Yes, but that one was like a little bit away. That one was in like the center of the room.
Oh, okay.
How far away am
And
I?
you're kind of on the edge of the room. You're probably like 15, 20 feet away.
Okay.
So it's not that you're that far, but the problem is you did just go over to, well, it's going to take, I think it's going to take your movement action to, lean over Patrick and squeeze juice into his mouth.
A lot of movement. Okay, I'm gonna do. Should I do this?
Yeah, if you want to. If you don't have any other spells you can use, then.
Okay.
Let me look it up and just make sure.
I don't know how to say
What
this.
What is it you want to do?
Thaumaturgy, is that right? It's like
Thaumaturgy?
basically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
I would like to do that.
Much different than what I thought it was. These are so these are like it's a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power.
Basically, it's like
So
just to
basically
make yourself look scary.
You can make something spooky happen.
It happens.
Yeah.
Can I make it happen like from that room?
From the other room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are really trying to build the legend of this room that they were just in.
Listen, I'm gonna do anything
Or
I
you
can.
can make your voice boom up to 3 times as loud as normal.
I do know how to control my volume.
Yeah.
This is so silly.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, but I don't know how I can, like, what?
You can cause flames to flicker bright and dim or change color for 1 minute.
I would love to just alter the appearance of my eyes for 1 minute. Like, that'd be so hilarious. Okay, so I would like some like sparks and stuff to like fly around from that room, like as if that they got into something they weren't supposed to get into, just like some like miscellaneous like.
Got it.
Okay. Hang on. Again, I do just want to try and put this into context for you in that this is a room that the one who was closer to you did just move like away from. Like he's not even facing that room right now because he was walking to his buddy and shoving Annabelle.
Well, wouldn't light shine into our room?
Jamie. You can make something
Hello,
spooky
yes.
happen. Can you like puppeteer the guy who's like knocked out right now?
I don't think she
Like make him.
He's not knocked out. He's just on the ground.
I don't think I can.
She can't.
Control.
She can't.
I can
puppet
basically
people.
just be loud.
I was hoping that we could like mannequin him and just have his jaw like flop around. Real spooky like.
Okay.
What after he's dead?
He's still alive and conscious.
What if we did that to him while he was alive? So he's freaked out about it too.
Over and
That's not how that spell works. I'm sorry.
But what if
But it
it
could
did
be
work
like
that way?
Oh, okay.
like a spooky voice or a spooky noise, like a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven,
Those are pretty
or ominous whispers.
ominous whispers.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I want to do the lights because I feel like that
Okay,
might
do
get
the
more
lights.
attention. Yeah, I want to do that because here's the other thing: I can't really do anything else, so I might as well give it a shot.
What do you have for cantrips?
Spare the dying, mending, and this one, thaumaturgy.
Okay. And I don't really feel like you should get a move action after like leaning over your friend and being a dwarven juicer for him. Like I don't know if you have any ranged weapons or anything like that.
Actually, I do.
I do not.
Oh no, you don't.
I do
You
not.
chose something else instead. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, she doesn't really have anything that.
So
she
there's not
can
really much
do.
I can do anyway. So
Yeah, all right. Well, unless you wanted to like throw your hammer, then yeah, I guess.
Is that a hint that you want me to throw my hammer?
No, I don't. Listen, it's entirely up to what you want to do. I'm just saying, like, you can throw anything. I'm not gonna. I'm never gonna say no to throwing shit.
Jeez, Louise. Okay.
But you don't. I'm not saying you have to or that I think you should. I'm just saying, like, you know.
I don't know. I'm gonna do the lights and stuff because I don't really want to like throw something and then have these guys turn around and be like, oh, and try to attack me.
Okay, so you're just gonna make it seem like that room has like flickering, spooky lights coming out of it.
Yeah, just like yeah, something's going on in there.
Okay. Okay. That makes it Annabelle's turn. Annabelle, you've just been shoved to the ground by this real big Durgar.
I don't know why my computer gets so mad every time I want to unmute my mic. I think I am just gonna try to hit that guy with my short bow.
Okay. Which guy?
The big one. The little one seems like not that big a threat anymore since I already up, as you put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think I want to try to hit since I'm prone and I think he's moving away from me.
Yeah, he just kind of like moved you out of his way and like shoved you to the ground. I just want to make sure that doesn't screw you up. The fact that you're pushed over. Okay. Prone might, but I don't actually think so.
Actually, how close am I to him?
Oh, you're only like he just like shoved you a little bit to the side, so he's just like 5 feet away from you.
Could I touch him? He's 5 feet away.
No, you can like scurry over to him. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so what I was kind of thinking was since I'm prone and I have a dagger, I kind of wanted to swipe it as Achilles tendon.
Oh shit. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, sure. Just go for it. I like that.
Okay. 17.
17?
Anything to that? Yeah.
You do, but that hits either way.
That's good on its own.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll now?
Your damage for that, which
4 plus 3.
Yeah.
I won't throw it across the room this time. Again, so it's 7 damage.
That's pretty good. So from the ground, you just kind of like roll over, pull out a dagger, and swipe at the back of his leg. He cries out in surprise, and like kind of drops to that side a little bit. Clearly a bit unsteady, what with having the back of his tendon slashed. So that's gonna probably drop his movement speed.
Cool. That's it for me.
Cool. That makes it Kari's turn. You're muted, Jen.
Okay, I'm going to use that. I'm going to hit him with my crossbow, which now is imbued with psionic action. So if I hit, I do extra damage.
Cool. Which guy are you shooting?
The big one.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's a 12.
I'm sorry, that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so that was it for me. Quick turn.
You don't want to move or anything from where you are?
Nope.
Okay. That makes it Patrick's turn. You are suddenly awake. You are also muted.
I know. Okay, so first of all, I have not been taking advantage of all my features.
It takes
My
time to learn.
damage.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
things.
But yeah, I want to. I'm assuming the big guy is facing away from me right now, right?
Yeah.
I want to get up and try to. I want to hit him from behind. I want to try to smash his head.
Okay. So it takes half of your movement action to get up, but you're close enough that you should still be able to get over to him. So you can jump to your feet. And...
+6.
What was it?
15.
That is just barely gonna not do it.
Okay. Then I'm also going to use a bonus action.
Okay.
And heal for 1d10 plus my level hit points.
Oh,
is that
cool.
Just like
Healing surge.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. You can just do that. So that's going to be 1d10 plus 1.
Plus 1?
1.
Oh. Fair enough. Okay, plus 8.
Cool.
Can I have higher hit points than what I started with?
No, that just brings you to full.
Doesn't seem fair. Can't feel better than I've ever felt before.
You feel real good.
Okay. I'm at full then. That's it for me, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think I can do anything else.
Yeah. So you get up and you're a little unsteady. It's like that thing where you just get up too fast, and you just rush over to that guy without even thinking about it and take a swing at him. And you mostly glance off his armor, but in that moment you have a second to just kind of like gather yourself and realize that this hit was just not that bad, and you kind of shrug it off and are feeling much better. Which makes it Felicity's turn. You are no longer hidden under Patrick since Patrick is up off the ground.
Did you say it's my turn, or are you just telling me that?
No, it's your turn, but both things are true.
Oh, sorry, I was half listening and half deciding what I wanted to do on my turn, so I was just like not paying attention.
She was actually tweeting, so
I was not tweeting. Okay, so I just realized I have something that's like really helpful that so as a bonus action I can do Bardic Inspiration. So make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. So basically I can give someone a d6 that they can use, like just they can act roll or roll.
It gets added to a d20 roll they would make.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna first do let me just make sure that I know what I'm doing. Okay. So first, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery.
On which one of them? That's like my favorite spell in this game, by the way.
What's the what is their like situation for each of them? The one's giant and it's not really hurt, right?
And
One is giant, and well, he's feeling some of it at this point. I would say he's bloodied. Like he definitely looks like he's been in a scuffle at this point.
And the other one's like almost.
The other guy is so close to dead, and he is on the ground, and his friend is trying to help him up.
Okay, I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on the giant one.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll just be like, you're so bad at fighting that you couldn't even fight us when you were regular size and turn yourself into a giant, and even now you're still like getting beaten by us, and you literally forgot that I was here because you're so dumb. Well, you're such a dumbass.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Wisdom saving throw.
Right.
You got a wisdom saving
What's
throw.
the DC then?
What?
What's your spell save DC?
It is.
Okay. Nope. Roll damage.
Okay. By a D4. 3 damage.
Okay.
And where did it go? And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
Yeah, and that is what's funny about it is that you shout these insults at him, and he kind of turns around a little bit while he's like reaching down to help out his friend, and he just goes like, mm. And what's funny about that is that he can't even understand what you're saying. He just knows that it was hurtful.
Yeah, it does say that he doesn't even understand me.
Doesn't need to be able to understand it.
Just hear the tone.
Yeah, the tone.
Yeah,
It's like how even if you say to a dog, like, I'm going to kill you, they're like really excited. It's very similar, except the opposite.
It's the opposite,
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my Can I use my bonus action?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then I'm going to use my bonus action.
Next person in the order, if it helps your decision at all, is Hista.
Okay, that's the next person who's going.
Yep.
Okay. Who's like closest to the? Is there anyone who's like particularly close to the big one?
Yeah, Annabelle is like right behind him.
And she's prone still. Or she
And
okay.
Patrick is on the other side.
I'm gonna. I'll use Bardic Inspiration for. Yeah. I just sing a little song. Sing it.
Yeah, give us a little piece of that.
And what?
You have to sing a song.
I don't have to sing a song.
I
I don't know. It seems like you kind of have to.
just can't do this.
You're a bard.
How am I going to be inspired? Yeah.
I pull out my little. Jamie really
I'm requesting a song.
I say, I'm gonna sing a song, and then you apparently told me to sing. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
We're all inspired.
I'm filled with confidence.
I completely forget who you said you were inspiring, but definitely her. Okay, great.
We're all inspired now.
Everyone's inspired, but I'm like especially inspired.
Yeah, Hista's the only one who's like magically inspired. It was that good.
Excellent.
Hista, that makes it your turn.
All right, cool. let's see. So if Ray of Frost is a cantrip, can I use it as much as I want? Really?
Yep.
Okay. Which one of these guys is like the closest to going down?
The one who's on the ground looks like he's inches away from death.
But he's not currently a threat to anybody.
He will be if his friend helps him to his feet.
Oh.
But at the moment, no.
Let me Ray of Frost though, the one that's standing up. I'm filled with confidence and joy with my newfound friends, and they sang a song for me, and I'm just like so pleased, and I'm just gonna I'm really gonna get this guy, and I'm gonna save the day. That's a 9.
You can add your inspiration to that you just got. So you can roll a d6 and add that number to your
D6 and add it. That's a 1. So 10.
And what's your spellcasting attack bonus?
I am not entirely sure. Where do I find that?
That would be that should be on your spells page, like right at the top.
Oh, why do I not have it on there?
Failing that, it should be it's your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier.
That is 6.
Okay. That man is this close. I'm so glad you've got a good score. Okay, so yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage for your Ray of Frost on the big guy.
4.
4 damage?
Mm-hmm.
It just does 1d8, is it?
Yes.
And he's partially frozen now. Between the freezing and the fact that he just had like the back of his ankle cut, I don't see him moving around a whole lot after this. Okay, so you just blast that guy in the side, and much like with the other one, Frost kind of like creeps over his armor and like jams up the joints a little bit. And he is looking only marginally better than his friend at this point.
Sweet.
Guys, Bardic Inspiration is great. That literally would have missed by 1 if not for that inspiration. So that's pretty good. Okay. Now, it's back to the Duragar's turn. And one of them can't move and is busy helping up his friend anyway. But he can still take an action. It's just gonna... Well, actually, since that took out pretty much all of his movement, that might be his turn. I think the other one can't move because he just got up, but can take an action. So the one who just got hit with Ray of Frost, the one who is very, very big, he's going to lose his turn altogether because you guys have just chipped away at his movement way too much. And his friend, who is just on his feet and is like clutching his chest and is breathing really ragged like that, he's going to make a sort of desperate attempt at something. He is going to just sort of like look around wildly for the nearest person to try and hit. And Patrick, I think that's going to be you. But an 11 is not going to hit you.
Nah.
So he's like very shaky, and he's like just barely on his feet and just like swings at you, but just it doesn't even like quite hit you. He just completely misjudges. It's almost more like he's just trying to get you to like back off than actually even hit you. And that is going to take up their turn, making it Revlis's turn again.
Okay, how far away am I from the nearest bad dude?
You're like the closest one's like 15 feet away from you.
Okay, am I able to like take a running jump and like warhammer him in the head?
Yeah, you can. That's well within your movement. So there is the frozen guy and the guy with who's giant and the guy with a cut in his chest. So just like take your pick between the two who you'd rather attack.
The frozen guy is the one who you keep saying I want to attack to me while we're muted. So.
I want to attack one of them. Which one is closer to death?
The one with the cut on his chest, the smaller one.
Okay, I'm gonna do the frozen one. Well, am I able to jump up that high?
Where if like your whole thing is that you just want to like run up and like jump and swing, then like I mean you can definitely hit him. You know, you might not necessarily get a headshot, but we'll see how you roll in any case.
But the frozen guy is the smaller one.
No, the frozen guy is the much bigger one. The smaller one is the one with the cut.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to attack. Wait, is the one okay? What are they both like equally like is one in front of the other or like
they're next to each other. One just helped the other one up off the ground.
Okay. So I'm gonna run at the one with the cut.
Okay.
The one that was on the floor before.
Okay. Do an attack roll for me.
Should jump on the head of the one that jump. I have to like swing.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I do that?
It's up to you.
I want to spice things up a little bit. I want to run around, like run, over, jump, try to jump up on the one guy's head.
The shorter one.
Just and then jump up and try to smash the other one. I just want to try that.
All right. Give me either an athletics check or an acrobatics check, depending on which one is higher.
Which one was higher? Many of these like this. Okay. You said strength?
Acrobatics or athletics.
Okay, athletics are +2. So roll your d20.
Just Bernard, I need your help right now. Help me! I'm gonna
just roll it. It's not gonna change anything. 20, not a nat 20, but you got an 18 +2.
Let me do this!
Okay. Make an attack roll on the big guy with advantage because you succeeded at that.
Okay. So yeah, just roll it. D20 again. Oh, jeez. Just roll it. You get to roll it twice.
Roll it twice. Take the higher number.
Okay, 9.
18.
An 18, even without your modifiers, is going to hit. Roll damage on your warhammer, please.
No, but you don't use d20 for that. What does she use for her warhammer?
It should be on her sheet. I don't have a warhammer stat in front of me.
Let me look it up.
I've actually jumped right to weapons somehow. I'm amazing, I guess. It's 1d8. Or okay, it's 1d8 if you're attacking one-handed, like because you've got your shield. But if you want to drop your shield and go two-handed, it's 1d10. And just because this is rad as fuck, I'm perfectly willing to let you do that, even though you didn't say it beforehand.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my shield.
Okay. So roll a d10 plus your strength.
Okay. Yeah, it's on. Let's say that's a 7. It's not a 7.
I know. 1.
So she really got a 3.
Let me do this.
Is that the 3 on the die?
No, it's a 1. Oh, it's a 1 on the die, actually. So that's bad, right?
Okay, a 1 on the die plus, and her strength modifier is 2.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ah, man.
Let me just check and make sure there's nothing. Oh, wait, she has Dwarven combat training.
Okay.
I think something that she has makes her able to be better with a warhammer. Let me just check.
mean, That's
Dwarven combat.
I love that, like,
I don't know what that does.
you're just like a voice man. Like, I know better. I know better. Hold on, wait, don't do that yet.
Okay. Okay. Dark vision. Okay.
I didn't think I was
She
gonna have to
has
look at this stuff.
proficiency
That's
with
so
the
fast.
warhammer. Does that do anything? Does that add
No,
plus
that
2?
just no. That was just a bonus to her like to hit roll. That lets her use the proficiency thing,
Okay.
which
So she doesn't
she would have
have
had from her class anyway.
Okay. Yep. That's all she got. She got 3.
Okay, 3 damage. Oh god, really wanted that to do it.
Why would you just say that it did?
'Cause,
Yeah.
okay, but let's not take anything away from how great this image is. Being that you, after getting Pafric up on his feet, drop your shield, grab your warhammer in both hands, run around the side of the Duragar, jump up, like almost your own height is how high you just jumped. Kick off of the shorter Duragar and go swinging at the bigger guy with your warhammer crashing right into his chest. And he stumbles and like just barely even keeps his footing at all. And they both look so close to dead. I cannot stress that enough.
The one that I jumped on his head. Wait, it was he hurt at all? Because I just like jumped on this guy's head. Just asking.
That doesn't.
Because I feel like
It didn't kill him or anything.
Okay. Well,
He didn't like it.
did it make him upset?
Yeah, he's so mad.
he's pretty upset at this point.
He starts shouting like the nastiest curses that you can't understand, but like again, the tone is there. Okay. That's a ridiculous game. That makes it Annabelle's turn.
Annabelle is really not a fan that this guy is like cursing at her friend. She's just gonna like haul off and punch him in the face.
Okay. So you're not proficient with unarmed strikes at this point. So it's going to be a d20 roll plus just your strength modifier.
Nope.
What'd you get?
It's 5.
Okay. It's not going to do it.
But she vented some of her frustration, which I think is really the important thing in that moment.
Yeah, like you feel a little bit better. But you just swing at him and he just kind of like ducks his head out of the way. You are much taller than this guy. But
I thought she was trying to punch the tall dude.
no, she said she was punching the
one.
guy who was swearing a lot. No,
Yeah, I
no,
thought he
no.
was the one.
No, the guy who got jumped on was swearing a lot. Because he's real mad about getting jumped.
Because he didn't like getting jumped on.
Yeah. Okay, Karin, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast an energy beam again because that means I don't have to roll.
On
The big guy.
On the big guy?
On
Okay.
ice.
He
I'll
has
try it.
been frozen and he's had his tendon cut, so he's gonna get disadvantage on this roll.
Great.
Okay. That's a 7, so that's not gonna do it.
No. He takes 7 damage.
Jesus. That would have killed him like 2 turns ago. Okay. Would you go ahead and describe how you kill a giant Duragar with an ice beam, please?
Yeah, I am so angry that my failed attempts the past couple of turns have gone so poorly that like I'm just like full of rage, and I just like hold my arms out and ice beams come shooting out of them, and like he's dead, right? He's gonna be dead.
Oh yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so like he just is like head to toe angry looking and frozen, like coated in ice, like the end of The Shining.
Cool. So now there is a frozen statue of a giant Duragar, who normally when they die, they shrink back down to their normal size if they're big. But because this one is frozen solid, he's just stuck a giant frozen Duragar, and his eyes just go glassy.
Great.
The other one is at this point, it is Patrick's turn. So respond to this however you want. But the other one, who Annabelle carved a big hole in his chest and who got jumped on before and is really pissed, now that his very big friend is out of commission, he's just kind of looking around. He's like, do you guys still want to talk about this, or but it's your turn.
Yeah, I want to attack him, obviously. I want to see if I can smash that face of his. I don't know if this is gonna do it. I got a 14.
Is that total?
Yeah, damn it. That doesn't hit him because I have to get like a 16, right?
Yep, afraid so.
God, there's no way I can like roll. There's nothing I can add on to like try again, or is there? Does anyone have anything?
I don't know. I don't think you have like action surges yet or anything like that.
No. God damn it.
So you swing at this
I
guy.
had like a thing ready to say and everything as I killed him.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you take a swing at his head and he ducks under it and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Can somebody like grab him and pin him down so we can get information out of him?
Well, it's your turn. You can give that a shot.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to.
Pass him the buck, huh?
Find out his name so we know what to put on his tombstone.
Yeah, right. So I guess before I do anything else, I'll just say I'll just hold my hand out as if I have like this like magical power that I can like kill him with, even though I don't, but I'm bluffing. And I'll just say you're here and what you're trying to do, and also tell us what your name is so we can tell your family that you died.
Give me an intimidation roll with advantage.
Okay. With advantage?
Yeah, considering the situation, I think that's
He's already intimidated.
totally reasonable.
14.
Okay. So he is just like, we're here with our brother, and we came to take this cave for our own.
Why?
Because there's valuable stuff in here.
And where is your brother?
He's over in the other chamber. Not the one we were in. We were just closing off that cavern.
So the brother is in the chamber that we didn't go down when we first came in. Is that right?
I mean, he might be. He's just saying he's over in the other.
Oh, so he's not pointing.
He's just like gesturing very vaguely. He's over in the other cavern.
Which cavern? I'm literally going to kill you if you don't give us specific information. So
All right. There's another cavern. There's a tree in there. It's valuable stuff, right? And that's what we wanted. We wanted that whole cavern for our own, so we were closing down the tunnel.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, what? Yeah, you never told me your name. What's your name? What's your brother's name? What's the other guy's name? The dead guy.
My name is I didn't think I was gonna have to name these guys. My name's Carlin. This guy here, that was my brother Carlin.
Carlin and Carlin?
Ooh.
And over there, that's Farlin. That's our other brother. He's in the other cavern.
Okay.
Our parents weren't very creative with names, I guess.
You have a beautiful name.
Okay, so we have the information we need. I actually don't really think I can do. There's not really that much I can actually even really do other than that. Who is next?
Hista is next.
I guess I'll just like say, well, thank you for your cooperation, but I'm afraid it's up to Hista to decide what we do with you. I don't know. I can't do anything to it.
Can we talk? Can we talk out of turn at this point?
Yeah.
Or are we?
You're still in initiative order because I don't know if you guys are going to try and kill this guy, and I don't know what he's going to do on his turn. But you guys can talk freely.
So do you think that we should like tie him up and make him come with us to see his brother?
I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. He's like really close to dying, so
He was talking
know
a
if
lot
he-
of game about killing all of us. So I don't know.
we should find out if he knows what his brother's weaknesses are.
Right.
What are his weaknesses? What are his fears?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we found out helpful information, which is that there's one more of these guys waiting for us. At least.
And we know his name.
And we know his name, Carlin.
The other guy's name is Farland.
That's my turn. I don't know if... well, actually, I could do... yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. What I'm going to say at this point, being that it's about 2:30, and I actually have another game to run also, is that what you guys should do here is basically decide if one of you is just going to straight up kill this guy or not, or if you think you should take him with you or let him go or whatever you guys decide you want to do. Once you decide what you're doing with this guy, that's where we're going to call the session.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we deciding in character or out of character?
I mean, your characters
So
should
we have to
definitely talk about it.
Okay.
Do we need to go past this room? Like, this part of the cave? Do we have, like... Do we need to go into that other place where that guy is?
Well, we have to get the fruits. He's in there with the fruit. That's our job.
And we probably can't leave him here to steal the fruit. Like if this is our job now, then
right.
we can't leave him here to steal the fruit. So I vote for like taking his weapons, tying him up, and making him take us to Farland.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good idea. His weapons and his money and like anything
And
else.
he's almost dead, and there's all of us, and I think we're pretty good at fighting at this point, so... I think.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
It was
Down. She doesn't love the idea of like murdering somebody.
sure.
I'm not entirely
Although-
on board with
It and it is also worth noting that like Hista was up next. So if she wanted to just like rashly do something, you know.
Like, so I see the benefit to like having him show us around or whatever, but also like if we keep him alive and take him to where like the healing fruit is, like he could get away, team up with his brother. If we have this information from him, we could just like, you know, go in there and be like, yeah, no, we met your brothers. Like,
Let anybody make their voice sound like you can make your voice sound like him, right?
I could make my voice sound like him.
I could
Well,
be
I could make
useful.
a voice sound like him.
we could be deceptive and like not let them know.
Just like take his head.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
kidding.
kill him. Head and stick his head into.
I think okay. Here's what I think.
Yeah.
If we don't kill him, I think at the very least we need to cut off his legs so that he can't like run away from us. That just makes the most sense to me.
Cut off all of his
He's
limbs.
gonna survive. I don't think he's gonna survive getting his legs
Cut off all of his limbs.
Makes sense to Patrick, though.
Oh man. Oh,
We
God.
could tie.
I think we should kill him. Yeah.
I've been convinced.
Fine. Fine, I don't care. Just kill him.
Well, Hista can decide what she wants to do.
Oh, it's up to me.
You've heard the arguments. I think either way we're good. I think there's more problems can happen for us if we keep him alive.
Like maybe they have like him and his have some kind of secret code word where like he like winks at him and then he knows to like get some weapons and, like then we're dead.
Yeah.
You bring him in there.
Yeah.
Or we could use him as like leverage and be like, hey, if you tell us what we need to know, we'll give you your brother back. But then we do or don't. We could not, and then just kill them both.
We could just go in there saying that we have the brothers tied up and like we have a rest of our team back with them, and then like if he doesn't do what we say, then we'll kill the brothers. But we already killed the brothers.
I like to think that we're having this conversation in front of them.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You can hear all
How
of it.
about, okay.
He's just sitting there, like, he's still holding his pick, and he's just like,
But he's like, but it's not my turn to attack. I mean, Felicity is saying we shouldn't kill him because that's her character, but you guys can do whatever you want. Felicity wouldn't want to kill him, but like if Felicity's the only one who doesn't want to kill him, everyone else does. That's fine.
Annabelle doesn't
That's
want
fine.
to kill him.
That's fine.
I don't
with
think
me,
any of us
Taylor.
would want to. Everybody's good,
I don't know,
right?
man.
Everybody has good
I'm
alignment.
Not necessarily opposed to him. If we get
Yeah,
like some information from him that only he would know to say to his brother to prove that we encountered him. I don't know.
I don't have mind reading skills yet.
I think that Patrick is just like fixated on when he was like, I didn't want to kill more than one. Oh, I'm killing more than one person today. And so like I'm just thinking about that, about how he threatened to kill all of us when we tried to like give him a chance. Like after that, I think Patrick is just like, well, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
Okay, I think that we just proved that we could take down two of these guys. Unless the guy in the other room is like mega boss, I think we probably could take this guy down. Also, we do already have the information of like what his name is, and we know that Taylor can like have like that voice and be like mislead and be like, oh yeah, it sounds like his brother, so he thinks everything's fine, but no. And then I think we need to have some confidence we can take this guy down. So if we want to like more information from him, I think that's fine, but I don't know if I feel comfortable keeping him alive.
okay, here's what I'm gonna say, because this has been like about 10 minutes of discussion about what to do. Hista would like to take an action, then she should. Otherwise,
What if we
otherwise it's essentially going to go like out of initiative, and just like we're going to resolve this. And
Hista does not feel comfortable making the decision. Like,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So as you guys are just
Oh no.
openly in front of him, just being like, I mean, we should probably just cut off his legs, right? Or, I mean, we could just kill him and then like make it sound like he's alive. I mean, or we could just tie him up and like drag him through and then go kill his brother, because that's fine. This guy is going to
It's himself.
try and make a break for it. Because he was next in the order.
Dang it.
But we're all around him.
Yeah, the ones who
I'm
were
saying, like-
right next to him were Patrick, Annabelle, and Revless.
Okay, so we get an opportunity attack, right?
All three of you, if you would like to make an opportunity attack.
Yep, I am.
Hang on. You're not like all three gonna get to like wail on him. The three of you make, if you want to attack. If any of you don't want to try and like attack him to stop him, then that's fine. But any one of the three of you who wants to attack him when he tries to make a break for it, roll a d20, compare your results, see who gets to take the shot.
I got a
Who
10.
is it? Me and Patrick and is that who it was? Revless?
Revless, Patrick, and Annabelle.
Oh, Annabelle.
Grab him again and not like actually fully attack. Should I still roll?
Yeah.
I got a nat 20.
Damn.
I really don't like this guy.
Okay. Now go
Two of
ahead.
these are happening.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Roll d20 plus athletics modifier.
Yep.
9 plus 5, 14.
14. Whew, man. Okay. You make a real good show of like grabbing his armor as he makes a break for it, but he just barely manages to like wriggle free of your grasp. I got a 15, no joke.
Mate.
Should have just killed him.
And this guy darts down out of
He
the
can't be
cave.
moving that fast. There's no way. There is no way.
Basically dead. Doesn't
He
he have
was
it?
so close to death.
Also, doesn't he have
There's
his
no
leg?
way.
His Achilles tendon is like.
That was the
No,
other
that was
guy.
the big guy.
That was the other guy.
But this guy has his chest slashed open. He's bleeding. Like, there's no way he's moving this fast.
Hey, listen, I gave you guys ample chances.
No, there is no way. We should have another chance to get him. There's no way he's, like, away from us that fast.
What we are ending on is the idea that he is currently running away from you.
Okay, well, we're gonna murder him. We are murdering him next time, guys. There's no debating it. We're fucking murdering him.
All right.
Somebody has a bow and arrow, right? Just get that thing.
Oh god. Okay. I am a little bit late for my other thing, so
Okay.
that's where we're gonna end it.
Bye.
Right.
Bye,
Hi,
guys.
everybody.
Good session, guys.
Good job, everybody. Keep up the good work.